In this video, I will talk about the revolutionary desktop scanner by CZUR, or CZUR in Chinese. CZUR means winner. Let's dive in. This video is supported by CZUR. CZUR is a Chinese-based company that produces award-winning book scanners. Their product is one of a kind and unique in any way. You can find the link to their website in the description. So CZUR sent me the Aura Pro scanner. This package is big and heavy. With all black and dark nuance, I think it looks pretty elegant. I first thought CZUR is a European or US-based company, but I was wrong about it. Chinese-made products dominate and I think they are fantastic. We will see how this scanner performs later. Now let's open the box and see what we got. The first thing you see is documents. They put it inside an envelope, which is professional. Let's open it and find out the content. You can see the instruction manuals and a driver or software disk. Let's continue. The packaging quality is excellent. No wonder it is an award-winning product. So this is what we see. All black color. Let's pull the content one by one. This is the side light. We can turn it on under the scanner mode. On the backside, there is a touch-sensitive button to activate the light. This side light sticks to the scanner unit by using a magnetic field. This next one is just a protection foam. And this is the scanner unit. It is sturdy and hefty. We can see the camera unit, the laser sensor, and a group of LEDs to light up the object or the desk on the backside. Next, we have a black synthetic leather mat to place the book or the object right below the sensors. And this is a multi-voltage power supply with several interchangeable plugs. So basically, you can use this unit everywhere in the world. The next one is the foot pedal. This item is super helpful if both of your hands are pressing and securing a book to the mat. So you can use your foot to scan the object. Next are the finger cots. Finger cots are a set of finger wearable tools to hold an open book so it will stay flattened while scanning the page. The Aura software detects the cots with the unique mark, then removes them virtually after scanning and processing the page. And the last one is a USB cable to connect this scanner to a computer. Since this scanner is large and tall and I don't have a super wide lens for my DSLR, I had to use my phone to film the rest of the video. I hope you are okay with it. Now I will unroll the black mat. I had to flatten it several times by reversing the roll direction because it is snagging. Then take the power supply, remove the attached plug and replace it with the one that matches your household electric outlet. Get the scanner and connect everything into its ports. Get the side light and attach it to the scanner. See the pins right there? Align it with the scanner receptacle. And because it is magnetized, it will stick into the scanner body. No fasteners are needed. When you observe the black mat, it has a clip edge. Align the base of the scanner to that part. Then push the back of the scanner to lift the sensor bar. By the way, I've put the foot pedal on the floor, so it will help me scan any page without using my hand. This device has two functions, one as a desktop lamp and one as a scanner. To turn on the LEDs, press and hold the power knob for 2 seconds. You can then brighten it or dim it by turning the knob clockwise or counterclockwise. To get into the scanner mode, tap the knob once. The LEDs become brighter and you can see the scanner icon turn on. At this step, connect the USB cable from the scanner to your computer. When you open the device manager, the CZUR scanner is detected as a camera. If it doesn't, then maybe you need to plug it into another USB port. We know that CZUR has provided a disk to install the Aura scanner software, but I prefer going to the official site to download the latest version. Click the one that matches your computer specs. Double-click the downloaded archive and extract the content to anywhere on your computer. Then double-click the installer. Click your preferred language, then click OK. Now you need to input the CZUR Aura device serial number. You can find it on the base of the device. Then follow the on-screen instruction. And click Finish. Then run the app. You can choose any option and you can skip it if you like. And this is how the scanner software looks. Let's try it as soon as possible. But first, let's get back to the scanner. Now let's try scanning a book. I'm sure most of you know this book, the Brady Games GTA 4 Official Guide. I know it is old, but I still love it. You can see that the book cover is reflective, so it will be excellent to see the scan result. Initially, you won't see anything on the software screen until you press the scan button, but you can see the book position on the built-in LCD at the top of the sensor bar like this. It is pretty awesome, right? Now let's press the scan button. This scanner smartly detects the book. Do you see the yellow border around the GTA 4 guide? That is how the device sees the object. Unfortunately, it cannot parse the black color part precisely. Observe the top edge of the book. It is partly detected. I guess CZUR should modify the mat to be like a green screen, not a black screen. Another issue is reflections. As I said earlier, this book cover is reflective, and this might give you problems. Fortunately, we can minimize this problem by turning on the side light. Will it go away? Let's find it out. Switching the light source to the side light eliminates the reflections on the book center. But now look at the edge. It is now glowing, so it is not a perfect solution either. Let's try turning off all the scanner lights. Switch back to the leading light and dim it until it is completely turned off. That fixed most of the problem. But wait, I do have a room light, and the reflection is still visible at the book center. Let's try turning off the room light. That is better, so we can turn off all the scanner lights if the ambient light is enough to light up the object. Now let's press the scan button. You can use the foot pedal or use the mouse to scan the object. As soon as you press the button, you can see a glimpse of 3 laser bars crossing the object. These lasers are responsible for detecting the book curve. At the same time, the book image is taken by the built-in camera. It will take several seconds to scan the object. It is blazingly fast. You can see the scan object log by looking at the thumbnail. To see the scan result, press the back button. And this is how the scan image looks. I think it is 95% perfect because the top edge is crippled, and I can see a fainted reflective part at the bottom left of the book caused by my studio light. Let's get back to the scan page. We can eliminate the crippled edge by choosing manual selection. Then drag or adjust the yellow border to cover the book entirely. And press the scan button. Now let's see the result by pressing the back button. And now it covers everything, including the black mat. So in this case, there is no perfect solution. And now let's try scanning the inner pages. Since the inner pages are curvy, we need to change the scanning mode to facing pages. Then align the book cutter to the dash line. And press the scan button. Let's see the result by pressing the back button. The good thing is, it automatically straightened and flattened the page. But the bad thing is, again, it didn't detect the black bar at the top of the page. For the reflection, I think we cannot deal with it, unless the surface is matte. So for me, it is not perfect. Let's try to scan another page. I have to admit that the AI technology to flatten the page is superb, but it fails on another part. I think CZUR can fix that because technology is constantly evolving. Now I want to scan this book, Digital Lighting and Rendering by Jeremy Byrne. I will show you how to use the finger cuts. So let's find a section that won't stay on its own. Okay, so in this situation, we need to hold and flatten the book using the finger cut because the left part tends to close itself. But first, we need to align the gutter to the dash line. Then take the finger cuts and wear them on your 4 fingers. Place the finger cuts at the book end. Make sure it is not covering the book content. Then align the marker so it is parallel to the edge of the book. To be honest, I think it is very tricky to set up the page in this situation. Please ignore the reflections, because I couldn't handle it. Finally, press the foot pedal to scan the page. Now let's see the result. Yes, it is cancelling the finger cuts, but it is not perfect as you can still see the trace. Let's try scanning other pages as a comparison. Since this page is stable, we don't need to use the finger cuts. Yes, this one is better, but since the book is a little bit glossy, we cannot eliminate the reflections. Okay, let's continue with the experiments. And the finger cuts trace is visible. Well, CZUR can and should fix this problem. Let's try scanning the CZUR Aura instruction manual. The book cover surface is matte and the color is black. Can the scanner handle this condition? Let's change the scanning mode to flat single page. Since I've turned off all the scanner lights, the sensor couldn't work correctly. It could detect the book, but it misses. Let's try turning on the light. Now the scanner detects the book edge correctly, but the top light is reading the book surface. Let's try to turn it off. And let's try to compare it when using the side light. This setup is indeed better but still far from perfect. You can still see the light reflections at the top of the book. However, let's try scanning the book. And let's see the result. Well, sorry to say, the result is terrible. For your information, the book surface is smooth. It is matte and not glossy. Let's try to scan the back cover. But I will test the sensor by putting the book in a random position. Good. The sensor detects the book correctly. Now let's scan it. The scan quality is awful, but the sensor did the job very well. Now let's scan another black object, the finger cuts packaging. I know it is not a book, but for your information, this scanner can scan any object. The surface is not smooth, so there are no reflections. And the result is far better, but there are noises. I think CZUR should use a better camera with a lower f-stop level. Since Ronaldo is trending now, let's try to scan a FIFA 18 game packaging. It's made of metal and it is glossy. And the result is astonishing. So the scan quality depends on many things, like the surface color and its texture. Let's scan the Resident Evil 5 packaging. The surface is glossy. And again, the result is amazing. Now I will try to scan a computer RAM. Even though it is green and easily detectable with our eyes, the scanner couldn't detect the left and the right edge correctly. I think it is weird. See, the left edge is gone from the scene, and the right edge too. Now let's try to scan the object manually. And here's the result. And now I want to scan my Nintendo Switch. The scanning experiments become wilder. Let's use the flat single page scanning mode. Since the switch is black, the scanner has difficulties detecting the edge. However, let's force scanning it. And here's the result. Not very good. Now let's try to scan the switch manually. I don't know why it is still cutting the left edge of the console. Well, let's move on to the next object. It is the Wii controller. I know it is funny. As I said, we can scan anything using this device, and it is exciting. And the result is pretty cool. Now I want to scan one of the CZUR Aura instruction manual. As expected, the result is perfect. And finally, I want to try scanning my DSLR. I promise this is the last one. This scanner uses a camera to take its picture. That's why we can scan anything with it. The picture quality is not so good, and still there are noises everywhere, and it is not sharp enough. But back to the root. This device is a scanner, not a high-end camera, and its primary function is to scan books, not objects. So after you scan a book or anything, you can post-process it. To do that, select the picture. Make sure it is checked. Then try something like color mode. You can try playing with the filters, or you can leave it as default. Now let's try another cool thing. Select a page with text. Then select quality. Try raising the contrast, sharpness, and thickness to 2. You can see that the page becomes clearer and bolder. Now let's try to export this page to a Word document using OCR. Press confirm, type in the file name, and save it anywhere on your computer. Now you can click the generated document. It retains everything. How cool is that? Now let's try to export the scan page as a searchable PDF. Try loading the generated PDF file. As you can see, we can now search the content. Well, there are still a lot of post-processing tools you can try. The one I showed you are the one that I think stands above the others. So this is what I think about the CZUR Aura Pro scanner. For the positive part, it is indeed fast, intelligent, and the design is revolutionary. You can use it as a desktop lamp and use it as a scanner. So 2 functions in one device. No other scanners have these features. The bundled software is good too. I love the OCR function so much, as it will help you digitizing the book. For the negative part, you will have difficulties scanning smooth or somewhat glossy books, as it is hard to eliminate the reflections, especially when dealing with a black or dark surface. The side light function is good, but you cannot use it in every situation, as it adds reflections. The finger cuts cancelling feature could be better, as it still leaves traces. And I think CZUR should upgrade the camera. The scan result has too many noises, especially on dark books or objects. And the last thing, maybe CZUR should use a colored matte, like green or blue, or provide several mattes inside the bundle. Logically, there is no black screen for movie making, right? In the end, I think the scanner is not for everyone and not for every situation. Somehow, we still need the traditional flatbed scanner. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it gives you insight into the CZUR Aura Pro scanner.